Morning, Dowse.
Morning, Dave. Before I start, I've had a woman who's complained about every time she do an interview. This is like that. So obviously she's got poor CD, obviously called, hasn't she? So if we put out like that bit, put it there, that'll make somebody happy who might get off my back saying it's straight. But you're saying it's out of date, isn't it?
It is out of date.
So we take it off completely. I won't have that problem. Good. So that's out in the bin. I'll get a new one off these. I've just been nagging, texting, saying, "Oh, your thing's not straight behind." Really gets on. So I should no go and watch Coronation Street or something like that. Not be too concerned what's behind me. Okay.
Okay. Well, in these days, in this current time, I'm not sure quite how important that is, but nevertheless.
What is it?
No, I'm talking about.
Oh right.
In terms of the coronavirus,
Oh,
is that poster being at a slight angle totally important?
Exactly. That's what I come across as well.
So let's quickly move on.
Let's move on.
First of all, and most important, how is everyone to do with the club that you know about?
Well, I've been here every day trying to find things how I can go get my head around. I think everybody does, but it's impossible for people to be making statements doing this. But it's impossible for me to make any statements because the government, I don't think we know exactly what's happening. So I think we'll just go play it by ear. At the minute, the players are off. At the minute, we're due back on Tuesday, unless somebody tells me differently. I think our club's come through flying colours at the minute, how it looks to me, to be honest. How I think the chairman and directors have come through with flying colours. That's what it looks to me. Because we haven't made any statements about, it just shows now when I get frustrated, why have I got this budget? And I get frustrated, why we're not going full time and get frustrated. Well, it just shows that we've run a club properly because we haven't, yes, we'll need money. And yes, we'll talk to players next month, I imagine. But I mean, there's no big hit here, to be honest. It's because they've run it properly and run it well, and all that. We haven't got this big disaster what some clubs have got. That's what we are looking at.
When I said how is everyone, I particularly meant health-wise. Actually, for a start, you're obviously fine.
Thanks, sir. Aye.
And what about players? Are there any players with it self-isolating?
I don't know. I don't think. I think. Nathan's not too good, but that's not to do with the virus and all that. I think everybody's okay. And I think Musa's still working up the market years and all that all right. So that's the secret about bringing them in. But we gather group gatherings and all that. Just got to play. Like you didn't want to. It's obviously a big problem in the country. I've got that, and it's one of them where I read today that 1,400 people died with flu this year and all that. But they've contained flu, just haven't contained this. So I think try to get in perspective and all that where because nobody's had this before, it's a worry and I've got that. I just hope everybody's healthy and I've got that as well and all that. But I do think it'll pass like anything else does in life. I've got to be like listen, people look at me, it's killed me to be honest because it is bringing exciting being in this league for the first time. Me, competing every single game and all of a sudden went bosh. And it's very tough, but I think we've got to get on with it because I do think the season will finish. I do think we'll find a way of finishing the season. That's when complications will come in, players wise. Do we start the following season a bit later? My opinion is I think the season will finish because that's what the Premiership will do and the Football League will do. Yeah. I think we'll do the same. That's what I think.
I'm sure you're right because they said yesterday that there's no limit to it, didn't they? It will be finished no matter how long that takes, and I'm sure this league will follow the same policy.
Yeah. I think I'm seeing how well our club's running. One thing is what I think we just had a talk about. I know it's on your questions there, so I may as well answer the questions we had a talk about before. It's about you get these people coming out now. A lot of clubs are coming out, got this, got that, half bar, blah blah, and I think one thing will be criminal, one thing that will be scandalous for football because players let buy into this as well. When I explain it, is we're a well-run club and people need their money. Boom. Contracts finish on the 2nd of May. We're only part-time team in the league, but we've looked at our means massively. Where we've been having a new ground in we face all the time, which I get. We'll have. We've had all that we have, but we've run the club in the last couple of years, I believe, with no agent fees. No, all of us at no sign-on fees. Lads already getting paid when they play. If you like non-contact players, which is unheard of in our league. Now, if the government bail people out, which I think the government should give us some help, or the Football League should give some help. Okay, if the bigger ones get more than us, then that's scandalous, and that's absolutely will drive me to quitting, because you work your socks off every day. We can't sign a player for £1,000 a week. 800. We can't sign one. We can't go and do a sign-on fee for 2. We can't buy a player for 30 grand. We can't. No, that's not our fault. You know, because if we had a big sugar daddy, we maybe could. But it's also not our fault that we have got ourselves in £500 or £1 million in debt when we haven't got any debt at all, I believe. You know, I think we're all run properly for like a council, all has helped out, and everybody's helped out, so we run a proper club, a proper thing, we do it in the right way. Now, if you say the government say, well, I'll tell you what, we'll give workmen 20 grand, but we'll give somebody else 100, because that's not our problem. You know what I mean? We should have had a look and run the club. You know, I do think it'll change football forever in our leagues now. I do think we'll have more part-time teams. I think the clubs will have the say on players, you know, because players won't demand the money they can. That's what I think, you know. But if somebody goes to, well, I'm not naming names, but go to you and say, I'll tell you what, that's harsh, right? You know, we'll give them 200 grand, but working, you run things right, we'll give you 10. That'll make me want to walk away from football, because that's absolutely scandalous. Yeah. If you don't live within your means and you're £1 million in debt or £2 million in debt, that's your problem for not having a chairman or a directors run a club properly.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more.
And I was due by me.
And if there are any clubs in this league or others that are that in debt to that extent, we all know why it's happened. It's because they're paying players money they haven't got.
They haven't got it. All of a sudden they get knocked out of FA Cups, and all of a sudden, I've got this. This is why we're somebody's lucky to be working. We are, you know, and you know, it's one of them where you're looking, you're thinking, look, yeah, of course, ground. I've got that. It's been a bit, but I understand it massively because we need one to survive. I think people realise that. It's all about full aim. I'm dying to work with players full aim and be a better manager and be better coaching with Ian and Martin and all that, you know. Yeah, but all of a sudden when it comes to times like this, you think, I tell you what, it's been run properly here because but again, we haven't got a sugar daddy and things like that who write things off. And these clubs who, you know, I've had clubs losing. You know, it's up to them how we run it. That's up to them how we run it. Not to do with me at all how we run their club. But when it comes to things like this, and you're saying, we're £2 million and we need this and we need that, and all the rest of it, that'd be a massive concern. Your concern is the top people who up above the ones in the Premiership. Do they care enough about people like working football club? That's a concern of mine as well. Because sometimes we might want us to struggle our non-league clubs so more people watch them because it's greedy. The football business, don't tell me I can't do it at Blackie or whatever and I get bored of watching the Premiership. We've got the best commentator in the world with us, as you know. But he knows me views on it. I work years. I get bored of watching Premiership football. I went. Kelvin's invited us. Lovely. We all sit down there. They have the meals and all that. You know, they do. All these people who can afford it and all that. It's all. It's not like proper football, in my opinion. You're getting, you know, any local lads coming through. Not many. Chelsea's probably trying to do it the right way a bit now. But don't tell me you can sit there and enjoy watching Man United, Chelsea's, Tottenham's, because I don't. Because I think it's all false now. I think it's all 100 grand a week, 200 grand a week, and it might be, I tell you what, we'll survive, but we won't. I think it should be, to show anything of football, I think we should try to help out, and refuse will change on players. Will it do that from a Premiership? I bet it don't. You know what I mean? That's my opinion.
Yeah, you could well be right. Do you know what the players are doing literally day to day at the moment?
We've sent them out a thing, which Ian sent out to look after themselves. So if we drag them back Tuesday, if you don't meet that circular.
What do they have to do to look after
you know, like runs and things like that, and body strengthening and running, and because gyms will be shut now, so it'll be a running circuit, it'll be like 12-minute runs or whatever it's going to be in a circuit, all the rest that we've sent to them players. If we drag them Tuesday and they're well behind that, we'll get fined, because we're paying them at the minute. And that's how we are looking at it, to be honest. So we'll set them things out and all that, you know. And like the players, I feel for the players, I do, but at the minute, we've had no calls that we're not getting paid, to be honest. We haven't. Chelsea's been very good, seeing alongside, like, there's concerns. I'm just trying to make competition with support. That's really so you know where I'm coming from. I haven't had any calls off players. I keep in contact every single day, twice a day with Casey. Matt Jarvis has been brilliant. I went to see him and he's donated a few pairs of boots, which he worn. And just to help for staff, not for players, like, you know, it could be volunteers or staff. If anything can help out, and here's a few quid, and we'll do that. I will, if anybody's out there. My concerns a bit. We've been told this month we work here. If the league void on April the 3rd, then all contracts in non-league football are done. So we can't do anything about that. I can't. The players will understand that, to be honest. So that's one thing. If the league starts on May the 2nd, us being the only part-time team in the league, we'll be still getting paid May, June, July, and we don't pay people in May and June. We don't pay anybody. Not one person
so
gets paid.
So you'll have no players?
Or I'll get a...
You'll have one, sorry.
I'll have Josh Casey.
Yeah.
But he doesn't get paid in that period as well.
No, I know.
I know, but for next season.
If the league restarts after our contracts run out,
so
technically
this is
no players.
A contract, yeah. So this is when, and I haven't got a budget for next season yet.
No.
Because even before this thing happened, we got to fight and do what we can do for next season because the ground thing's been pushed back and all the rest of it. So all the things I knew are anywhere, but you got to hold your nerve. But then what happens if my players, for example, I'm working with me, if a league say we're going to start on May the 2nd, May the 3rd, and I'm thinking, well, hold on a minute, that's when all my players are out of contract. But the league will have to do a rule. But will my players expect to get paid for doing nothing for 8 weeks? And all of a sudden, then as well, so I'll let they invite next month. Well, hold on, if we're going to pay you for this month, you've got to play them 3 weeks there. I think that's fair. The ones, because the players let to buy into that as well. If the players do it, I'll just get rid of them, because that'd be crap. I'm talking about the Premiership here. I think that'd be pathetic by my players who have been looked after unbelievable by our board, who are getting paid at the end of this month, who I believe will keep it running, in my opinion, okay, and will help out as well. But if then we turn around and said, oh, well, I've been paid up there and I'm not doing all that, then that'll be crap for it. They'll not be welcome at Working Football Club. So I've got to play the whole game the best I possibly can. I haven't had much calls off the players, to be honest, but if that's the case and you say, oh, I'm not going to play for that, I'm thinking, you've just had 8 months' money for doing diddly squat. We've had 2 weeks this week doing absolutely nothing at all. They've been at home, like the whole country has, but the whole country hasn't been paid. You're getting people who do great Virgin trains, or who have been asked to take leave and all that, stuff like that. I've read on, well, I've been sent through, I haven't read, I've been sent through that there's a lot of clubs saying they can't play players got to get half paid, 3/4 paid. We haven't said that once to them. So what we owe this football club for that kindness off the board and the directors, we'll owe us as well if it comes to that time of need. That's what I think.
Right.
And if they do it, I don't want them here.
Sure. Well, it's an opportunity and a threat, isn't it? If this situation arises where technically all your players are out of contract, but we've still got 8 games to play.
Aye.
Because it means you can say thank you very much to anyone that you think is unlikely to contribute in the last 8 games. But equally, players might decide they don't want to risk getting injured because they've been tapped up by another club for next season.
And I've never, anybody, who knows this out the squad, probably Casey and Max probably knows better than anybody else, I suppose. Musa, deep down, all that, the rest of them have been new how I managed, but if people sit there and they don't have any inkling to come and I just don't bother. Like a couple of, as you know, I've lost a couple of people at Epstein because of that reason. I wanted more money. I said I haven't got it. Let them go. If I've got to start from scratch again, and because it can't be where other people will be looking for next season or like I can't have any. I've got 150 targets. Don't get us wrong. I know what I'm going and all that, but at the minute we don't know because of the ground situation, the positivity of the ground. Hopefully. Because if they or Dowse do that, this has probably killed it a bit as well. So I'm well aware where I am. Yeah, but I think in the time of need, you need a manager who wants to manage a football club. I think you do. You need directors and chairmen who support the club. You got Dave Curtis next door, rallying everybody around as well. To be fair, everybody's digging in at the right times, and all of us. And we even had Deb downstairs where. She come over there and said, oh, all this Guinness is going to go off. I said, well, it doesn't have to go off if you pull it now. So all had to sit like 5 yards apart and all that, and had a couple of Guinnesses and all the rest of it. And, it's hilarious. I'll tell you a funny one, where you like this one, is I come back sometimes, I say, I'll take the dog out for a walk after training and all that, and I think, oh yeah, and all that, last week, Donna says to me, she says, do I get some Mother's Day cards and all that, I said, I'm north, let her walk the shop, we'll take the dog out, yeah? So just got it by the lead and all that, and I'm walking there, we're walking towards the shop, and the dog's freaking pulling, and it's going to the working man's club. So working man's club's just there, and it's pulling towards the gate, because she gets looked after, and Donna's like, I said, it must be a smell. She said, do you think I'm freaking stupid and all that, So the dog tried to get into her, so the dog's took me right up where I've been going on these long walks and all that, She thinks I've been doing 6 mile walks, but I've been having 6 pints in the working man's club, so there you go. So that's a one for you.
Very good. Let's turn to last Saturday. I'm guessing from our conversations that you'd have some sympathy with Dagenham if they've got players at risk.
Right.
But it was very, very late to call it off.
The only thing is, if there's anything else, you would have a more. But Dagenham had their reasons. That's why I honestly think if somebody's had a lockdown, they will ring up and all that. The only thing is, the National League and all that, we're proud to be in it and all the rest of it, but we were wrong. Because if a football authority said this, we should have followed suit, and half a game's off, half a game's on. It was never going to work. 1 or 2 games got played, and all that, but it's never going to work. Just like we'll let it follow the rules. Can we get them in training Tuesday? I really hope we can. I think we can, and go from there. And stuff, and all the rest of it. And but the bottom line is, the football world's in a bit of a state now, and it will be. I think it'll change the game forever. if Dagenham had somebody who had the virus or had symptoms and had done the right thing, to be honest, frustrations come in. Oh, well, it's late and Ben Gavin's on his way from Torquay. But if it's somebody's life or life or could have passed it on to somebody, then it's very funny. You know what I'm like? I'm saying, well, get on with it and all that. And I'm one of them anyway. But the bottom line is I've got to be sensible and I've got to be in with it, because I would hate to have it on my conscience if something happened here and went back. So that's where we are. But we're working very hard. It's a tough time, because they see you're thinking, okay, we've went this far and the part-time thing in this time, but it does show a club in the light where we are trying to go in the community. We have sent letters out there saying, can we help in any way? It's more than just a football club, this place, or when I leave a place, I want it to be known as more than a football club. When I was here, where we do attach ourselves to the local people, we do care about the people need us, we need them, and all of this. So that's what we'll be doing in the next couple of days. Max Crosma, funny enough, texted and said, listen, Gaffer, if there's anything I can do, let me know. That's nice of Max, isn't it? You know, and I believe a few players would. Musa's still working away with Boz, who looks after the lads up there, and it's all, you know, Sam, you know, with Musa being living with Peter Jones as well, like, you know, and stuff like that, we'll have to be careful of everything there as well, because Peter's at an age as well, and we all care about Peter and all this. So I get you know, making sure everything's okay with Musa, and Sam Loxton's helped Musa out in a lot of ways and things like that. So I think everybody's digging in, being talking to Kelvin all the time. The chairman yesterday was, you know, just the same. Oh, what do you need? What do you want? How can I help? Same old chairman, to be honest. That's what she does, you know, and that's what she does well. So when I tell everybody that she runs the club right, she's a good chairman, and maybe people will realise now what she does actually care about the football club.
Yeah.
And you know, and one thing they'll do, challenge the board, yeah, of course. But really, the truth is, with the board, I've got to talk with the board again. You know, I think people know if I was unhappy, I'd walk anyway. It doesn't really matter to me, to be honest. If I'm unhappy at things and all that, you know. But I think I wanted to have a really good crack at this and bring the club together. And there's not many things I've asked them and they've said no about, because they know I won't ask them silly demands. Ask them what I know is right in the club. So you know, this one, okay, can I get the players paid up? Yeah, no, at all. I didn't ask that. We're doing it anyway. Brilliant. Do we need help a bit? Freaking heck, do we not, and all that, you know. We're not, you know, do we want to look after the staff? Do we want to look after this? Of course, we want to look after everybody, but we're not in this £1 million debt bracket where, you know, whatever happens, we need every penny we can get. We need everything we can. And yes, we're skinned. We will be. I'm not just. Yes, we will try to get through this difficult period. Yes, we need help off the FA, like everybody does, to make sure we continue paying or whatever. We need every help every other club's got. But I think we're in a little bit better position, because I don't think we've got as much, you know, millions and 2 millions in debt and all that. And again, I don't think that's our problem, because we've run it right.
Sure. You did a little video in the middle of the week about offering help to the local community.
Yeah.
Did you want to add anything to that or repeat it today?
Yeah, no, of course, because we're here, you know, I even rang Boz and saying it, because Boz has been a good friend of the football club, and there's people out there, you know, who are really backed with, like, you know, I'm just looking at, you know, even before Loxton become a director and all that, you know, and used to help out a lot, and, you know, John Monaghan and people like that, you know, and who's helped with a lot. Annie Later, I could go on, and like Boz being one of them. I even rang Boz, said, Boz, if you need anything to help delivering food at your ladies' houses and people like that, let me know, we'll help. That's what we're here for. So I'll be coming in every day, unless people tell me differently. I've got to keep an eye on the staff and the players, and we'll get the best advice we possibly can. But, you know, the hospices is out there, and we're no Phil from a hospice, and we've put messages about, if anybody wants any help, please say I've got some staff and I've got some players, I've got people who would love to help out the community. And if anything, you know, needs, because one thing I do find sad with society, even if we're going a little lockdown hunger strike, or what do you call it, hunger or whatever it is, you kind of feed and all that, you know, people like myself and all that will just go on me top of my head, because I've never really lived a lavish style in 5-star hotels. I don't like wine bars, I didn't like the city, as I told you, I didn't like things like that. I'd rather manage a football club, because I know I'm good at it, and go to the working man's club or Blackies. That's where I live my life. But you will get these people who have never been like this before, and it's like the ones who usually got a bit of money. I went to Sainsbury's the other day, and I walked in there, and there's a loaf of bread, and this bloke's got 4 and all that, you know, and I'm thinking, you got 4 loaves of bread? I had a bit of a ding dong actually, but I'm not going into detail because I could get a bit of trouble with this, but I had a right crack at him, like, you know, and said, what do you think you're frigging doing and all that, you know, and stuff like that. So I'm trying to push on in case it comes up, I'm trying to push on the carpet. But the thing is, like, how pathetic is that? How pathetic is that? There's a bloke behind her who's got nothing. There's a bloke behind that who's looking at the shelves, and some knacker wants to go on the blinking Sainsbury's and get toilet rolls and all that, you know, and stuff like that, and blinking bread and all that, and nick things, and, you know, like toilet rolls out of public toilets. And you look at all that and you're thinking, is that what life's about, really? You selfish I'll not swear me here, but that's what I look at. And these people dash in there and get everything. And oh well, I've got to look after myself. There's the whole world to get looked after at the minute. The whole world. How about looking after the whole world? How about looking after the whole of working by people said if I was a shopkeeper and somebody would get two, want to get one, I wouldn't serve them. I hope that comes in. I really wouldn't, because I had a very crack at this knacker. Like I really did. I went to full whack, and he knew who I was. To be fair, so it's if he makes a scene, he makes a scene. So I just thought it was disgusting how he just piled up all this toilet rolls, bread, 4 loaves of bread. You need 4 loaves of bread, don't you? Fligging heck, man. So that's where I'm coming from. So anyway, I'll probably upset somebody along the way, but I'm a big believer in that, and everybody should have equal rights and all that, you know. And these millionaire paradises think they probably should have rights to all this. It's not. There's kids on the street or people who ordinary lives who need as much help as anybody else, and let everybody try to dig in together.
Sure.
But it will pass, and we'll still be here at Working Football Club. I'll still be here. We will pass it. We will make sure we turn the club around. But now is a good time for working for everybody to see how it's, how we've run it from top to bottom, how we do care about the community, how we've run it the right way. So at a time of need, yes, we need every penny we can get. We'll be doing things on the website saying, can we help out? Because there's volunteers who need help and food and all this. So we'll do everything we possibly can to help the whole world of football. But this great club will keep moving on.
Brilliant. I just want to add that Ian Nicholson, our very worthy chaplain, has put a post on cardboard. It's not often we advertise cardboard here,
but
I will today. In which Ian's providing his own personal contact details if anybody would like to get in touch with him for any reason, spiritual or otherwise. He's making himself available.
Well, I'll do the same because Nick's a top guy, isn't it?
Yes.
But mine, Daniel, is Alan Dowson 1 at, go on, Outlook.com. There you go.
All lowercase?
Sorry?
All lowercase?
What's lowercase?
No capital letters.
I don't know about that. I just know what my email is. I've been learning off my phone. I get emails now like new and all that. I send them. I send it on this. I just whatever. So I am learning how to be a high tech manager. Now I'll be wearing a suit here next time you see us. Alan Dowson 1 at Outlook.com. Bosh. If anybody's got a problem or need help, give us a call.
Brilliant. Okay, and very finally, I just want to point out that you and I have stayed 2 metres apart in the whole of this recording.
Usually we're close up, but we are miles apart and all that, you know, which is quite helpful to be honest, David, because it's not. I don't really like it close up with you, to tell you the truth. So the further better, you know what I mean. So no, but listen, all the working fans, stick with it. It's a tough time. Give love to everybody out there, and we know how much you care about football. We do, but look after your families, look after your kids and your grandmas and your people. And this, like I say, this football club will go strength for strength. I'm sure of that.
Brilliant. Thanks very much.